Philadelphia news, team of my heart. Are you ready for Sixers news that goes beyond the surface? Andre Drummond spills an insider secret that could shape the future of the Sixers, revealing how his mentorship of rookie Adem Bona is setting up long-term success for the team. It's not just about winning now, it's about building something lasting. You're going to feel the excitement of a franchise balancing short-term glory with future dominance. Don't miss out, subscribe and stay connected to the best Sixers news. You know how it feels when the Philadelphia 76ers are pushing all their chips into the center of the table, right? The excitement, the anticipation, the belief that this might finally be the year. But what if I told you that while everyone's focused on the present, there's already a plan in motion for the future, one that might not be on your radar yet? That's exactly what Andre Drummond hinted at when he talked about mentoring rookie Adem Bona. In the middle of all the off-season chaos, with the Sixers making moves to win now, Drummond revealed something that should get you just as hyped about what's to come. He's not just here for himself, he's putting in the time to help mold a future piece of this team. And that piece? It's Adem Bona, the bruising young talent the Sixers scooped up in the second round. Now, second-round picks don't always get a lot of attention, especially on a team with championship aspirations, but Drummond sees something special in him. And trust me, you're going to want to pay attention to this. Drummond, with all his experience as a traditional big man, knows what it takes to survive and thrive in this league. And when he first arrived in Philly, he immediately took Bona under his wing. Drummond isn't the type to force anything. He told Bona straight up that he's not here to change his game, but if Bona ever wants advice, he's got him. And guess what? Bona has been all over it. He's been asking questions, seeking feedback, and even joining Drummond for late-night workouts. That's a work ethic you have to respect. You know how crucial that kind of mentorship can be, especially for a young player trying to carve out his space in the league. It's easy to get caught up in all the buzz around the big names, the stars leading the Sixers' charge this season. But what Drummond is doing with Bona is just as important. Bona's development might not be front and center this year, but you know that in the long run, the Sixers are setting themselves up for sustained success. And while Drummond will be holding down those backup center minutes behind Embiid for now, it's Bona who might just be the one sticking around for the long haul. This is the kind of move that sets up a franchise for future dominance, and it's happening quietly, behind the scenes. Drummond, a former All-Star himself, understands the grind, the physicality, the battles and the paint. Bona? He's already showing signs of that same bruising style. He's got the motor, the athleticism, the willingness to mix it up down low. Sure, he's not the rebounder Drummond is just yet, but with Drummond's guidance, you can bet that Bona is absorbing all that knowledge. Imagine that, a young, hungry player like Bona soaking up everything he can from one of the league's best in his prime. It's that kind of dedication that makes you excited about what the Sixers are building beyond just this season. And think about the future impact this will have. With Joel Embiid commanding the center position, there's no immediate pressure on Bona to produce right away. That's a blessing in disguise. He gets to learn, grow, and develop at his own pace, without the weight of the world on his shoulders. But make no mistake, when his time comes, he'll be ready. And Drummond's role in this? Absolutely pivotal. You know how hard it is to find veterans willing to take on that mentorship role, especially in such a high-stakes environment. Yet here's Drummond, investing in the future, just as much as he's contributing in the present. This is the type of Sixers news that flies under the radar but makes all the difference in the world when you're thinking long-term. Drummond's relationship with Bona is something to keep an eye on, not just for what it means this season, but for what it means 5 years down the line. And this is why the Sixers aren't just about winning now. They're quietly laying the foundation for future success, and it's players like Bona, with the help of veterans like Drummond, that will keep this team relevant for years to come. So while the spotlight shines on the stars, don't forget about the work being done behind closed doors. It's these kinds of stories, these moments of mentorship and growth, that create a culture of winning. Now, let me ask you, doesn't it fire you up to think about the future while staying focused on winning now? You've seen how much effort goes into putting together a championship roster, but knowing the Sixers aren't neglecting their long-term plan has to make you feel confident. Andre Drummond mentoring Adem Bona isn't just a nice story, it's a crucial move for ensuring the Sixers stay strong down the line. Imagine watching Bona develop into the kind of player who can hold his own, learning from one of the best while quietly honing his craft. Can you already see the impact this could have on the Sixers' future? Drummond didn't come back to Philly just to clock in and collect minutes. He's here with a purpose, to contribute on the court and pass the torch to a younger generation. Bona couldn't ask for a better situation. You know how tough it can be for rookies to find their place, especially in a championship contending team like the Sixers. But instead of getting lost in the shuffle, Bona has a guide, someone who's been through the grind and knows what it takes to stick in this league. How often do you see that kind of leadership in today's game? And let's talk about Bona's potential for a minute. You've seen big men come and go in the NBA, but when a young player combines raw athleticism with a relentless motor, that's something special. Bona already shows flashes of it, and with Drummond by his side, it's only a matter of time before he polishes his game. You've got to be excited about what's coming, even if it's not right around the corner. The Sixers aren't just riding the wave of short-term success, they're building something that could last. Think about the Sixers' future frontcourt. With Embiid dominating the present, Bona has the perfect opportunity to learn without the pressure of immediate expectations. It's a luxury not every rookie gets, especially on a team with championship aspirations. Bona can afford to make mistakes, to grow slowly, all while being guided by someone like Drummond. You don't always see that kind of development path in the NBA, do you? Most young players are thrown into the fire, but Bona is getting the chance to learn the right way, and you can bet that will pay off in the long run. What stands out the most here is how this mentorship goes beyond basketball skills. It's about learning the mental toughness, the work ethic, the commitment needed to survive in the league. Drummond knows how to battle through adversity, how to stay relevant when the game changes. And those are lessons Bona needs. If you've ever wondered what it takes to transform raw talent into sustained success, this is it. Bona's journey, and Drummond's role in it, is proof that the Sixers are looking well beyond the current season. Let's not forget that the Sixers have a strong history of player development. Maxey blossomed into a star after being given room to grow, and now you see him as one of the cornerstones of the franchise. Could Bona be the next in line? The Sixers aren't just chasing titles right now, they're planting seeds for the future, ensuring the team stays competitive for years. You can't help but appreciate how they're threading that needle between winning now and securing the future. Doesn't that make you feel like this organization is truly thinking long-term? Drummond's willingness to mentor Bona isn't something you hear about every day. Sure, veterans can play a role in helping younger players, but to actively seek out opportunities to guide and uplift someone like Bona shows a level of commitment that's rare. You know Drummond could just focus on his role and call it a day, but instead, he's investing in the future of this team. That speaks volumes about the culture the Sixers are building. A culture that not only values winning but values growth and development. It also makes you wonder, how far can Bona go? With the foundation being laid right now, with Drummond's guidance and the Sixers' strong developmental staff, there's no telling how much potential Bona can reach. Could you see him as a future force in the Sixers lineup? It's definitely something to keep an eye on. This Sixers news isn't just about a rookie getting minutes, it's about a player being shaped into someone who could be crucial to the team's future. Drummond's mentorship of Bona represents the kind of balance that every great team strives for. You've got the stars pushing for a title, but you also have the young talent quietly getting ready for their turn in the spotlight. And when that time comes, you'll remember moments like this, where the groundwork was laid. And when you think about it, doesn't it give you a sense of comfort knowing the Sixers are playing the long game? You've seen what happens to teams that go all in for the present and forget to plan for the future. But the Sixers? They're avoiding that trap. They're creating a path for sustained success, and the relationship between Drummond and Bona is proof of that. You have to wonder, how many other teams have this kind of forward-thinking vision? Bona's development is happening in the shadows right now, but that doesn't mean it's any less important. Imagine him 2-3 years from now, stepping onto the court as a polished, confident player. You'll look back and remember that it started here, with Drummond taking the time to mentor him, teaching him not just the physical aspects of the game, but the mindset needed to thrive in the NBA. This isn't something you get every day. Bona is learning from a player who has navigated all the challenges that come with being a big man in this league. And if you're a Sixers fan, that has to give you some serious optimism about the future. What's even more exciting is how this fits into the bigger picture. The Sixers are clearly in win-now mode, but they're also safeguarding their future by cultivating young talent. You're watching a team that understands the importance of balance. They're putting their chips on the table for a title, sure, but they're also making sure they don't burn out after just one run. That's smart management, and it's the kind of approach that keeps teams relevant for years, not just one season. Now, let's turn this around to you. Doesn't it make you feel like you're part of something bigger when you see the Sixers developing young talent like Bona? It's not just about winning a title this year, it's about watching this franchise evolve, year after year. You're not just here for the quick win, you're here for the long haul, for the ride that comes with supporting a team that's planning for both now and the future. And if you're paying attention, you know that the Sixers news is something to get excited about. As you watch this season unfold, remember that the foundation for the future is being built right now. Drummond's mentoring, Bona's growth, and the team's overall focus on development, these are the things that make the Sixers more than just a one-season contender. They're building a dynasty, and it's happening right in front of you. Can you picture the Sixers with Bona as a key piece down the road? Can you imagine the satisfaction of seeing him go from a rookie learning the ropes to a dominant player in his own right? But here's the thing, this is just the beginning. If you're like most Sixers fans, you want to stay in the loop, to be the first to know about these kinds of developments. This isn't the kind of Sixers news you want to miss. You want to be part of the conversation, part of the community that's following every step of this team's journey toward long-term success. So, what are you waiting for? Make sure you don't miss any updates. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell, because the Sixers' future is being written right now, and you don't want to be left behind. You want to be there every step of the way, watching this team grow, evolve, and ultimately bring home the success we've all been waiting for. Click that subscribe button, hit the bell, and stay connected to the best Sixers news out there.